no man are you? Woman to give nothing change. See, on some divert attention. Hey, what the omopa, woman case be a set day. I send be a friend this will be a mekai. Omuntimin 10 will be agony. Now, where you Kwame JUANTUAH, what in Nhyira FM? What do you share? Analysis of Baby Yene, a coin or the assembly Baby Fra Honorable Kennedy Japan. Say MPP wa power no. Akwa wait me canon semua who are kufuadua to the sense say, as an anadwa yeni boni bi. But for me, or say, almost friend say a constructive criticism, fair enough. But today, Sami Jamfi as a public officer, any nyansa ko Kwame JUANTUAH na JUANTUAH wo na wo ka kire me say Sami Jamfi nkofo obi asika o wo sika enipa cha na de so ade na mo ka ho asem a dishonesty to the sense say wo na JUANTUAH o person yama Ghana for my entiase say unnim say every public officer is subjected for any criticisms and certain level of discipline. So today Kwame JUANTUAH timi microphone chika kire wo say Sami Jamfi mo obi akro no sika. How dare you to talk about my many friend you see, this is the game one we are mami no money in Siano. Ebini no. Eti some women no mental but mean to me no angry because one could a strategy. Sa some two MPP ni I see me say one year sika 40 enta wom. Me see me sika ni bi. One day I'll be goddamn rich. So me who the enti obi sorry or sika ni. Now, because Sami Jamfi, ayo muni pentino, ane de ye, nemu Cecilia da pa ye mami penmu, o onfani sika mauni, woni mo babia. Eti achira wo say, Cecilia da pa de, okuta dollars de enye, Sami Jamfi, so wono wo hia ni ba te seme, a wono afa dollar ne de, eye, eno de ye, sa na ye tra mo ye. This is it's not right. Now, yentie Kwame JUANTUAH, what the station so no. Diabolic emani or losing respect from some people because utie interview where we are bones guy we say one kind of cray yentia say Kwame JUANTUAH yentia no
ba anas case na openly when me page no so openly and no Kennedy Japan or che will be 500 Kennedy Japan eda so what aban mu ana na aban wo no na order so chenko for in dollars and in cedis openly
So, no kwena make say nyenti MPP be ka say suspend ni because na politicians there
epacho one obanyansani bia no badwem bia bebusa say ada Kennedy Japan woye mahama adwuma na woye oda government oda woye aban adwuma papa woye MP na there be woye aban adwuma you see entina me ya me ka kire yenu anama hwe me say be so ye smart enkofo na tete microphones actually most of them eyom so mo ye nyansafo bo mo nyansafo wo de hwe Kwame JUANTUAH ye no so ye nyansani otena Nhyira FM a otimi ka Kufuado asem ama nanse kro abepa che wo say said wo se hura Kufuado no pa che wo em say the management na ye ne sa say no kokopa Kufuado a che wo so nyansani bia bibisa say Sami Jamfi ni Kennedy Japan why na ye adwuma mahama and our government and your first nyansa de to so bio Kwame JUANTUAH Edian na chese Kennedy I say what or the skache will be. We video a wo hwe sesi a yaka ho asem eye ne nkrofo a ono mo a wate se ni case a na Ghana for bi kra mpena se fees okotua $80 million and we say ne yire kwa America next week into $500 what the mom no mo de akoma nas e wa America. Kwame JUANTUAH you claim say we nyansafo wotimi fa video we to justify Sami Jamfi or a public officer ne indiscipline the incompetence and an immaturity in politics. Kwame JUANTUAH wow. JUANTUAH, hey, we are interesting. And Ghana for one bear shock our attitude.
But they are to Facebook. Beshe Kennedy Japan enre ya anas issue ni buy na you can $500 no. Kennedy Japan at the $500 no eche abai wano. Or cheno. Openly 500 or chena dear. Yes. Why are we not talking about it?
Yes. Nana, so I'm saying say Nana, they are not talking about it because
yes.
Eti pacho obi anhwe ga we anim yo de hwe nanim ye hwe nanim din na wahu the level of etro akohwi a wo die asem na wo kan mfa Kennedy hu ba bia wo but we ye NDC strategic adwuma mo ye in the media and found location we what Ashanti region and was set agenda we na wutie no oh mi tie Nhyira Kwame JUANTUAH we Nhyira FM bogus analysis Kwame JUANTUAH I'll dare you today and I can challenge you 24/7. You can't stand. You can't test me. Because what's my work away? Obia wadwini bia hu se nyansanim to the sense say Canada Japan case no a wo kan wo no wonya abadwuma wonda mahama man position. So at the end ma obi a wo so claim say wo ye nyansafo to do this bogus analysis in order to achieve which way? In order to save Savage and fee. Now obi a wo so nim nyansa wo kasati akufu ado na ban say wo me indiscipline. How we think say yes you are doing your job. Now today you are who justify say as a public officer bet me at the street team no wa kan sika we are no justify say ono Savage and fee or word of war ono the deserve so use dollars. But Mami Cecilia da pani ni kunu de wo mo de da bi eso mo use dollar. Really? Wow, Ghana for mo hwe be me your friend Kwame JUANTUAH. Oh ye shame. Oh ye shame to journalism. Oh ye disgrace. Madam for no we disgrace. Me se kan twa be bi. Enye
why are we not talking about it?
Yes, Nana. So I'm saying, say, Nana, they are not talking about it because Savage and Fee moving from opposition into government. It's an assassin, no be a piano. A very cocoa board, a cocoa on the one crazy, gold board ticker, and a woody.
Yeah.
Now, that's the difference I see here. And I make us say, President Muhammad, I'm just supposing the birthday was with Chemono. And I mean, Buzanana, Prof. Jump put me in the birthday. Then I was a catch them. And disappointed being this committee the birthday, but because you are a public officer. And Nana had there, President Muhammad code of conduct and a forward no can be bium. Nana me read amount. It's because of President Muhammad through be saying into no kind and a forward no or say all political appointees must among others adhere to the highest ethical standard of professional conduct. Inherent in that is that what public officer never be in a private.
On say or kasadinua ni co-host na your friend no Eugene no on say or try say or chire nyansa wo show no so on so man look so stupid. This guy your friend Eugene on so ma Kwame JUANTUAH ni look so stupid on the show to the sense say on so man who said Savage and Fee public officer Honorable Kennedy one your public officer Honorable Kennedy Japan one small buying and two one who former member of parliament. Secondly, the event in Tia this Kama will be no have nothing to do with the work and say Honorable Che will be sika video na ye chremo. But because of say political expediency or capitalizing in the minds of their weak followers, that is why Ube who say they will sit on microphone behind microphone and speak this nonsense and then they will get away with it. And Makachram say media no one dangerous. Most of these essential phone and presenters no one belly woman do belly na nam e comedy woman to say wo mo musika no madwa de wo ye ase no de wo ye because analysis wo ye a wo kofa asem we bewura mu say e ye kenche obi sika de ye nkoka no why I mean sound minded person why this is terrible and that's why I'm a syncrophone wo ye dangerous ye very dangerous these guys because said you know see hura kufu ado no it seems say Nanado a Jenny girl. And Eugene Chireni Nyansa will show no so Hadier. Or money show now has a Hadier.
Because we're in the public office, people will perceive. Isn't a natural Ghana integrity initiative rating? No one can say corruption in this. Almost say what? Corruption perception. So they will perceive some major and visible as kind of Ukrainian there. But in his private life, he may have that money. Nana, I don't know if you get me.
But the intention of Sami,
yes, was a good one.
The intention is Sami can say maybe mousy can have a camera dimity.
Nana, and I make a say, also an assembly 2 4 so Macase. Near Sami, no, me personally, I think he will have that money based on my information of him. But another second leg is that Nippon or this kind of man, no, as a Ghana for across divide, no be a jamameno. Nana the criticism ni ye pa akoye se maame na nkasa na ye issue
na ne kan ye se wo kan no aka se adenti na ade ma agrada but men kan nyina mbomum kaye te se wa wieska wa ye bone se agrada aka se
ye nuanom a ya na he wo mo transman kofo we mu kire mu nyansa na dangerous o you see one wona dwen na che se no ade na nya na de ye really so it means when one nim obi a friend of public officer o onim say we a politician, we a public officer, sani ma we yenyo. Onti ase sa o. But over the audacity. So obe criticize Cecilia da passe. Wonu momo wa ko no na asori ko police station se misika yira. We de enyo bi ne kotwa no. Maami na ne ko police station misika yira. Eno de this NDC aparachichis in this NDC crooks no. The bunch of this corrupt media no, the rental press ni akohwifo na go NDC media no, they have the audacity said they will incite the people against MPP for na maami na no MPP nyesa. Really? And this is bad. And the we move from say woman na tena so wo church wo criticize amanfo sa but abusia dia mo hwe ni hu ni say adwene kura ye nuante ye we ena nti wakasa wono kana dwetire kufuado na dwene ni very bad, very very bad.
Ka we timi dia mafu soldier
yeah
full soldier yem fa ho
yeah.
but agrada adie
yes
ye wo problem
yes.
Now one will say a fair criticism
yes
but I say ye two free agrada
yes.
so too sami buy a gold boy watch at ye scanner watch Jessica e buy price $10,000
yeah nana ebi kura sa na salary
how?
And the salary so but nana na make say there's lots of education no me tie another MPP Kolobi DV ye friend Ellen also Ellen Dakon also
yeah
and o ka so no mo ko so score to two motom Jessica bon fa camera ni nachi na agrada no or use words be me pese me use and then I tell you say the politicians them some can say MPP minority according to city say suspend yanka sack na that should tell that they know say okay say what sack Sami Jamfi over there sir it's an overkill why am I bros
So that was Yenua Kwame Jantua what in Nhyira FM. And we disgrace to journalism. We disgrace, we diabolic. Very terrible. And yet because ne level of thinking any day say o si carry no sa say we nyansafo na we fair no oboa kwam Jantua obeye nwuna yenwuno jai sade no enye ade na o pretend sa eti today de Cecilia da pa de enye enne de Sami Jamfi wo ka che se wo no no ono de esese wo kura dollars ese wo de che na I mean you know what I mean this is crazy. Now we and was me akase bia no quite terrible. I bet dent in image. Asemi o can was say no. But what it e bet dent in image more.
Mahama code of conduct. Nana me say maybe a code of conduct no 66 section 6 na wom. O say ye be mo patrol publicly. Ye betimi suspend o. Ye betimi ayiwadi outright. Banana wa be patrol. That is the mark of obia. Oye bibi na public outcry ba odwun say ha dey twa ha ntwa yi. And I think say a good thing or yeah. Nana me sources no more catch them say sisa enya me wanwa. But I think so kasa wo pamu Sami Jamfi it will be an overkill.
Ensi that you need see suspending ni nyina na ye yate ensi Sami Jamfi be ye na dwuma bibi ensi ye onwi obi asika enisika $800 enyi sika bia Sami Jamfi eni wabobra nkofo penance
Bado tie ni ye o say ensi Sami Jamfi be ye na dwuma Sami Jamfi wabobra. Oh really? So Sami Jamfi abobra che Cecilia da pa na wo de yenye fair analysis. Nana JUANTUAH wo de o hweme a. Me opa yenye fair analysis. Sami Jamfi wabobra che Cecilia da pa. Now oba be twatro bi wa se mebo amwati wo be twatro. Sa wo se NC dia. Any ade na wani abre wa MPP government wo say wo mo ni wo ho wo mo ye public servant. Ade na wani abre. So bia what is obia wi sika wa ban nim. But you won na wo se mahama nkocheche wo mo. Na no be ka ya kura be ebebu nkotonye pa cha say what did Akufo-Addo ate what cassette ya no nyesa. So the evidence na wo hu some MPP aba mu no obi awie sika there be entia because eye intent assumptions nyesa Nana JUANTUAH wo etira me se me mpese me ne NDC be bi ya wodi NDC eche ogu hu anim ase NDC party no na wo say Mami Cecilia da pa efa de $5 million ba che otie nie on say ewia so adwemboni ba kura tirim a woton ti ase
kofo mana de ono so man krofo ade sa ne ti sa ye tie onwi obi asika enisika $800 enyi sika bia Sami Jamfi eni wabobra nkofo penasem kofo mana de ono so man krofo ade sa ne ti sa ye no intimi compared to that of Cecilia da pa $5 million e woni fee. It doesn't make any comparison meaning and sense. Kofi, yenya kakrana.
But just out here, Onona Bobra, Cecilia da Pasica, ne almost say $1 million, but once was say $5 million on Wakohi. On said the almost chatro, no account to Mti, Setibon Kosubiti, and one or fire no nam. Hey, Cecilia da Party 5 million. Oh, dear, TV. Kwame Jantua. Oh, Medu Hoyao.
Cecilia da pa $5 million say woni fee. It doesn't make no intimate compared to that of Cecilia da pa $5 million say woni fee. It doesn't make that of Cecilia da pa $5 million say woni fee. It doesn't make any comparison meaning. Say no intimate compared to that of Cecilia da pa $5 million say woni fee. It doesn't make any comparison meaning.
Right. So I mean, we are exposed to some crowd who say woman any credibility. Omunya credible. On said they are just a hatred keke or tiny panel. Because as more okay, Cecilia da Parkes here $5 million. But or not yet name Sami Janfidi a year. But every money is money. Every money is money. And what will be a possess a foreign currency? Oh, first there was here, Yanedi was here your own. We as nana JUANTUAH kwa we hey Jack wagu when was say wagu when was in fact there's a story cry Mejanho Bank of Ghana say adia Sami Janfie and were violating Bank of Ghana rules and regulations. Bank of Ghana or say Sami Janfie dia wayen were violating Bank of Ghana rules and regulations. And what the media so na say one more defend Sami Janfie no Sami Janfie na be patch so ade o ye ne ye yade no wo patch o. Enti wo say wo defend no we are look stupid. Ah? On say wo ye no say we are look stupid. Wo defend no no. Wono no ayade ama chief of staff afre no. Em ya kokosen no. Wo say o defend say because o pedi obedi on. O pedi obedi nya sa. Enipa no akọ patch o emene chief of staff akosen no. Ye trying the president decision. Me no ka say why na hwe o man so because president ni ho vice president ni ho say me nim say MPP fonti omo hand over the speaker na say ye nim the o man ko president ni ho and so o man no obi betime ye kukura o man nim because there's no vice president, there's no president in the country. This see me no kasa no o man no there's no president, there's no vice president, speaker so o papa mu kura sam de bi kro nam duba wo yare. Ebi kura no okọ Dubai kwasa don yade. Enti wo tiama and the chief of staff na eye bibia as president. Wa frɛ boy no e de na kɔ. Wo ti wo se wo defend no ho. Wo ye shame. Mo amoye sa nyina ye komani brenti a. But mo nyina no ebebu aka mosim. Na sa asemi e na minority in the woman no ato sa asemi mu. Wo ma ba bonten se aban no nkɔhwehwɛ wo mo ne mo ma yenim. Na me ba agrada de
Hello. Hello. Hey, now how can I help you? Media news you. Ya mini one say me shaba you. Hello. Ya friend yes wo. Ya friend Jesus me shana na me ben. Come on. Hello. Ya friend yes. Happy way. Media news you. Ya mini one me shaba your friend yes wo, your friend Jesus, Jano na me ben no. Don't go fast. Hello. Your friend yes wo, your friend Jesus, Jano na me ben no. Your friend yes wo, your friend Jesus, Jano na me ben no. Come on. Yes, no. Media minim show. Yemini man sama show bury my view. Come on,
okay. Eti sasa me e kro we on me say TV channel. What you say Ghana for nyame ne no bon sam no wote ho na wachim no de akoto Ghana kakra concert ene ma. Na me eno na me da ho na me say ne kuro no say ye ni vice president or san ho yade wo UK president ko UK say wasa wo Togo na say o man no speaker kura no say menim say okosa ne ho yade Dubai no so aba it wo man no hwan na say ye ni chief justice it say country no MPP for no mo ho ono ba fanyo make mama ye hu say hwan na wo de o man na hye ne nsa nti mo ho de really because me hu president ona mo wo de Jata Airlines ni nua flight in nam I mean interesting in Ghana yi ekuro we on munya hu hwe yenko MPP headquarters mra yenko mra yentie omo do manu ato asem we mu bi.
Not forget that this is the same section, the same provision Mr. Sami Gyamfi, the same provision he used in criticizing Madame Cecilia Dapa, and he says that it was clear. This is the same provision. We call on the lawful establishment investigative agencies of state, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, and the Criminal Investigation Department, CID of Ghana Police, to investigate the activities of Mr. Sami Gyamfi in his short tenure as acting chief executive officer. And again, you have been told that all appointees, including ministers, they have not even received their salary since they had the appointment. All of them. That is the information we have. To investigate the activities of Mr. Sami Gyamfi in a short tenure as acting chief executive officer of both PMMMC and the Ghana Gold Board. These bodies must search all his houses, probe any properties acquired in his stay so far in government, and if possible, prosecute him for failure to show the source of huge sums of money found in his possession, out of which he gleefully sprayed some around. And we all saw the video. We all saw the video and how he counted the dollars as if it was a counting machine. Very, very fast. And afterwards, and you saw where he even picked the money from. You could see that, yes, you have a lot of it stacked in there. And then how he gleefully was counting the money to Madame Agrada. And then Madame Agrada also, out of insufficient spirit, grabbed all. Obviously, she saw that there were a lot of dollars stacked in there. So that is how come she could again grab all the dollars. And this is a serious matter. We note that section 55(2) of Act 1044 stipulates that in a trial for an offense under the Act, an accused person, in this case, Mr. Sami Gyamfi, may be presumed to have unlawfully acquired a property if the accused person is in possession of a property which the accused person cannot account for and which is disproportionate to a known source of income of the accused person. Note that he has not taken any salary since his appointment. So clearly, the money he doled out obviously is disproportionate to his income. We also call on the president to immediately interdict Mr. Sami Gyamfi as an acting chief executive officer of Ghana Gold Board. Or at least, he should interdict him pending the conduct of the investigation by the criminal investigative authorities of the state. We cannot but remember when huge sums of money, and this is the principle here, please let's pay attention. We cannot but remember that when huge sums of money was reported to have been stolen from the residence of Madame Cecilia Dapa, a woman who had worked in high places for over 40 years before the incident, had been NP since 2001, as well as a deputy minister and also a minister. And she is married to a well-known rich architect and a consultant, well-known, with nearly 60 years experience in the profession. She was made to resign. This principle is cardinal. Under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, a similar issue happened. Madame Cecilia Dapaah was made to resign immediately by the president. Investigations were duly conducted by the OSP against Madame Cecilia Dapaah and her husband. After what the OSP described as 7 months of extensive investigation and 4 months of collaborative investigation, it concluded that their investigation did not establish any evidence of corruption, corruption-related offenses, or procurement breaches against the suspect.
Okay, so where the MPP opposition and womo esode sa press conference pass wa womo kan sembebre e de akira ban se nna na ye kwaku a ene yadwoa ni nyina pepepe eti samijafi se wono agye ato no wapacha wo de mean se wafom unsa wo ya de na umpa acha wo de ya kire se wo mfom ba to ha de wono ase ade a wo ye no wanya de into clearly a confirmation attestation say we are guilty to the crime or na say the event this year. So when we hear say obi gije ne so so resigning or omo interdite no no man tenafi na the time kra ne say tie na no asem bi wa ha a whole chief justice say one ne nabusuafo tu kwan tie samejamfi ne wiase we empani say enye da obeto bo atwa asuo fraw ena mpafe ebechewo enye da obeto bo atwa asuo fraw ena mpafe ebechewo na aka se dua emumokwaku a na no anasi chief justice abema yi kire nyansa se maame no ne kunu ne ba tu kwan yentie samejamfi na mo amo se ye yeta samejamfi mu ntie no
what say the one with yentia council of state for ni nyina agitum se maame no ye rense minimu what tam Ghana sika twitwidie e de twa business class ticket amawukunu ene wo baba asanso twa Ghana sika ma wo mu per diem in dollars enye cedi simple
pachosote ye wo say de ha no kra ye say in dollars eti wo a wote se me eye amanyosam na amwonye sika na nka ye nyina dukadaya ena wo so watimi afa dollar in public wo kan we de ama konfo agrada wo de ne de yemo yensem se wo ye hiani afreedom a wo de wo ye hiani to freedom na ye NDC ni. So you have the audacity, you have the courage to let Ghanaians know say wo de wa ye a chief justice of over 30 years in experience of say our bar ono de what the dollar what kind dollar de twa take it hard hey o my way wa home hey o my way home messages here the grader pa na here this what did
obi na Ghana your mama no papa company and obi de company sika yesa enka wo umpamo no anentina Ghana ha politics nti yempe no kresa enti se John Mahama obi on fa ni chief justice and MPP for tie konya so and ni pakro no ko yesi aka MPP for kom enka petition back e be ka se yemhwemo
we are said here we are so and then and I say the cow and the bull always lock themselves by their horns, but men our words always lock us. Men our words lock us. It is a medium for na no asem no and na makama cheno bruno wahun onsro si ha nani na we work for na akwaje pa we for na o mo defend samejam fi no agro wo mani so wo mani bi be gu ase
what say the one with yentia council of state for ni nyina agitum se maame no ye rense minimu what tam Ghana sika twitwidie e de twa business class ticket amawukunu ene wo baba sounds what you are gonna see come our mu per diem in dollars. And you see the simple. Obi na Ghana your mama no papa company and obi de company sika yesa and ka wo mpamono. Adentina Ghana ha politics inti yempe no kresa. Inti say John Mahama obi on fa ni chief justice and na MPP for tie konwa so. And na nipa ko no ko yesi aka MPP for kom and ka petition back e beka say yenhwemo.
A word to a wise is enough. Bibia wa nemre. Na sasemia na woko highway ni so a boy your friend Malik Basintele or National Youth Authority. Was it if gifting dollars is a crime, then we should close down all forest bureaus in the country and turn them into chop bars. On say Muhammad Soria was say MP before you arrogant. When your friend arrogant character, Nebini Tia Hase was say, if gifting dollars is a crime, then we should close down all forest bureaus in the country and turn them into chop bars. When your friend say, "Oh, to phone the amamu," when you say any power with arrogant, eti misremo say ya monte brofo na say ohun. When you say we arrogant, and you be oka wakana dua kire wo, wako kana no wo kire na dua say honorable can de ni bi no. We wo a public officer so we can say we ya. When you say we arrogant, etina me say NDC wo mo pretend kire Ghana for munnim wo suban tia. Wo de hwe ne mama so say ne mama so ye hyen say me de ni bia. Wo de so. Yes why mama so ye hyen ya ne yenye o ya nya yenye. Ose ne mama so hyen say me de ni bia ho. Yeah, hi adwen pa. Now, when you say enipa we arrogant as public officer will say, if gifting dollars is a crime, then we should close down all forest bureaus in the country and turn them into chop bars. Where there a pure insult in the intelligence. Or you insult our intelligence. When they say you're terrible, on secret no. Akwayo say Malik Basintele. Sakwawi. So what can say we ya? When the Muhammad so permanent because we a sign of disrespect to Ghanaians' intelligence. Because one, Sami Janfina ba bonten say or pachawadi away wanyadi. It's any other person be obe try say who play damage control be we are useless. Because any panu ankasa ba bonten say me pamo chaw adia me ye ma nye ni ye. Any panu I think say me wona you know what I say. Sami Janfini was say I am sorry. Or say I am so sorry. Dear me yen ma nyade. Sami Janfini o eti onipa bia no a obe defend Sami Janfini so obe kire say obe damage control no. You tend to be a fool for this issue. Sanity, you be a fool. And your sanity o. Mami me phone line no. 0242073114. When you say nipa we arrogant, we disrespectful to the system. And yes, sir. We sadie we the airtie. Because any pana wo kwama no no ankasa wa admit say a wrong move na me ye no magumi ho ani mu ase ba mo mfa nche me. So now no wa wie nsa no baby e the case ni be fa no oni control enye na sembio. Sa ban ne be pam no se Ghana force yentimi ni nya dwa ye nyina di enye na sembio ko wa admit eti aye den na wo no mum na wo ko defend sade we because of say we are no afresa me my defend wo pe me kakra bre me sa 0242073114 pacho mami ntie why and ye man ye nya 5 minutes why 5 minutes and 70 edi nkomo na so ye won 5 minutes why eti say wo pese wo defend Sami Janfia ho wa hunu nyansa wo beku ho anim ase why because enipa na wo kokko ama no wono mom kra aye dey aba be pacho wo se wo be defend no.
Michelle, good evening.
Net say mama.
Na me adom na so e.
Boko pa. Pacho inkomo ye
di. E ne de ma tomuntem. Yo. The ambassador me ka fa Sami Janfia ho ne say ewia so ho. Wo to bo e bodan a. E san ba wa wo so. and as a sukuru one or so of Mauniana, and no pepe, and it's a demand on say home, so on the afternoon. Maybe I am the pan, and I be the say, a be an watching, but no one summer will catch them penny fool. What me a trouble for papa penny muti and to say. Among the sometimes the politics yana, I had Debia Sebi, the Matama Vanchame, I had the phone power. Sebi paid the papa penny muti and to say, obey to me, I woo. But me can't cast a fee, sometimes me will be Sanama Kuma. And this a mean to me, yes, and you may way say bin. Because I am yes, a metona, ye trouble pengan and penning for no my dinner me present busa say. So we a politician and this will be cassette, I want to mean your Hoshiana.
Because I